Welcome to Community Action Now, brought to you by Eastern Nebraska Community Action Partnership. I am Bryn Schimmel, your host, and it is February 2023. Today, we have a couple of fun guests on the show for you, and we're starting out with Phil Davidson, who's with the Bellevue Community Foundation. So, Phil, let's start with just telling us about yourself and your role with the foundation.
Well, my name is Phil Davidson. Obviously, I'm with the Bellevue Community Foundation. I'm the president of the Bellevue Community Foundation. We have a board of 12 members. We started 10 years ago. We're a decade old, and what we do is we're here to support Bellevue. So I work for the city of Bellevue as my main job, and I'm on the Bellevue School Board, and I'm on the Bellevue Papio NRD board, and just, you know, we're here to support Bellevue.
And so all of the things outside of your job at the city of Bellevue, these are all volunteer things,
yeah,
all the school board and...
Yep, all volunteer. My wife likes me out of the house, so we have I work with a great group of people.
Yeah.
And it's a fun group, and I think we do accomplish a lot for Bellevue.
Yeah, so tell us exactly about the foundation, kind of how it came to be.
Yeah, it was started 10 years ago. Then Mayor Rita Sanders decided to say, hey, we need to have a foundation for our community, a nonprofit resource for our community. So she said, let's start a foundation. So we started a foundation. There was a group of 10, I always call them caring Bellevue citizens that got together, and they started this group. And it's really grown over the last 10 years. It started with $0 in the bank. We had a fundraiser at one of our board members' houses. And 10 years later, we've grown. We have $300,000, and we've given back, some people say close to $500,000 to the community. I think it's probably a little bit less than that, but it's really is growing. It really started with just 10, 12 people that wanted to make a difference in Bellevue, and that's what it's growing to.
Is that still about the size that it is right now?
Right now we have 12 board members, but we have an event committee of probably 20 to 25 people that really help us get stuff done. We have a lot of other people that aren't officially on the event committee that make it, so it's really a community-wide effort to make it happen. We put on some pretty big events, and there's no way we could do it without the help of the community. And also the city. I mean, the city of Bellevue helps us out tremendously. Bellevue Public Schools helps us. We're good partners with a lot of those big entities in town. Having
the food pantry in Bellevue, we have really been impressed with the Bellevue community and how everybody works together and comes together and supports each other.
Yeah, and we really, right before COVID, we really got involved with the Bellevue Food Pantry, realizing that there was a huge need.
Yeah.
And during COVID, we really got to know you guys and a lot you do. So that's one of we're proud of what we do with the Bellevue Food Pantry. We hope we continue to do it for many years to come.
Yeah, and we're super grateful for you guys and everything that you do in the community. What kind of things does the foundation typically give to?
What we give to, I have a list of what we give to. I'm going to kind of look at my notes here real quick just to make sure I don't miss anything. But, we help with the Bellevue Public Schools Frank Coomer Center, which is a career education center.
Very cool.
Bellevue, the Christmas in Old Town event, which is basically Bellevue's largest Old Town Christmas event.
And that's the lights?
We help with the lights. That's Light Up Bellevue. That's a separate thing.
Okay.
But we definitely help out with that as well. We help with the Bellevue Police, the Bellevue Fire, all the school districts, Gross Catholic School. We help with them. The B-Cycle Bike Share Program. Obviously, we've helped with the Bellevue Food Pantry, the Bellevue Women's Club. One of the funnest things we did was the Country Bumpkins 4-H group. We helped this group. We provided money so they could teach 4-H skills to a variety of kids, and we all went out and toured the facility, and we're walking around with the pigs and the cows and the horses, and I was like, geez, this is kind of cool. So we get to do some pretty fun stuff.
Is that program still running?
It's still running, still up and going.
Cool.
We funded them about 2 years ago, and we usually fund people every other year so we don't kind of get into the same thing. And I bet they'll apply for money again, and I guarantee you they'll probably have a strong chance of getting it.
Yeah. Do you try to do like a good variety of things?
We do. We try. I mean, if you look at our list of stuff we do, I think we do a wide variety of educational, community events. The fountain at American Heroes Park was paid for by us, and it's just a beautiful fountain that people can walk around the lake, enjoy, and stuff like that. So it's something that, so the Bellevue University, if you see that at night, it lights up in different colors depending on what the season is. We paid for that, or we partnered with Bellevue University on that. So we partner with a lot of groups to try to enhance what's going on in Bellevue.
Yeah, that's awesome. Are you guys similar? So like there's the Papillion Community Foundation and the Midlands Community Foundation. Are you guys similar to them?
Well, we're Midlands Community Foundation is our parent company, so
Okay.
we're very similar to them.
Okay.
Papillion, we're very similar to them as well, but the difference is they have paid staff members.
Okay.
Where we don't have paid staff members. We're more all volunteers. Obviously, a few of us work for the city as well, so we're liaisons with it, but most of this is all volunteer based. And when you look at some of the events we do, it's pretty spectacular, the amount of what we get done.
Yeah, absolutely. So events specifically, like the big one that you guys have been doing for, it's not that old, is it? It's just a few years old.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Bellevue Rocks.
Yeah.
Funny you mentioned that. I even brought myself a flyer about that.
I have attended in the past, and the pantry has been there.
Yeah, it's really a great event. We took it. The Bellevue Chamber of Commerce used to run something called the Bellevue.
Yeah, the Riverfront Festival.
Yeah, Riverfront Festival.
Yeah.
So right around COVID time, they kind of say, hey, you know what, we don't have the staff to do this. So we kind of took it over. So we, with the help of the city and with some of our other partners, we took it over and we said, hey, let's do something that really Bellevue can be proud of. So the first year we did it, we had a country star Joe Nichols, and we had the rock band Warrant in town, and we really started to grow it. Last year we had Sawyer Brown down there, and we had a huge carnival, and really, so I think we had close to 50,000 people over the 3 days.
Wow.
This year, we're excited. We're going to expand to 4 days. Now, my board's not really excited about that because they have to work, but I think the community will be excited about that. The carnival really wants to go for 4 days.
Okay.
So we're going to do it 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's June 9th, 10th, 11th. I'm sorry, the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th of June.
Cool.
And we're going to bring in Uncle Cracker as our main headline performer on Saturday. And,
fun.
And it's amazing how the community is really excited about Uncle Cracker from some of the songs he had in the 90s and things like that. So, and, we're expecting, 14, 15,000 people down there a day, Friday and Saturday for a nice show. And we have the Yellow Brick Road tribute band for Elton John. On Friday, and those tribute bands they're spectacular.
Yeah.
And this carnival is just, you can't really see it. I'll show some graphics.
Yeah.
But it's just a legitimate full-size carnival for rides for all ages.
Fun.
Yeah.
And is it free admission?
It's free admission.
Okay.
It's free admission. You might run into Matt Getz or Lisa Rybar might be at their door trying to get you to donate $1 or $2. but it's definitely free to get in. If you wanted to go there, watch a concert, have a glass of water, it wouldn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the carnival costs.
Right.
You have to pay to ride the rides, and then and we do sell these alcoholic beverages, which helps pay for. But it's free. It's a free community event. The city of Bellevue has given us some money from community betterment to help this, as long as we can keep it free to the community.
That's amazing. So that was my next question: was how do you guys manage to keep it as a free event?
Well, we do. That's what my sponsorship brochure is. We do get great support from the community. I have to mention a couple of them by name if that's okay. But we get DJ's Dugout, Bellevue Keno, Beardmore. Chevrolet and Subaru, those are some of our huge sponsors. I just had Irwin's Jewelry call me. Actually, we stopped down there. They said, "Hey, we want to be your first sponsor." So they've already committed for this year. So,
awesome.
So we're excited. We could not do it without the support of the community.
Yeah, they're all really staunch supporters of.
And we have many other. I think last year we had 20 sponsors at various levels. A lot of groups, they just like to get together and they say, we want to come help.
Yeah.
So they'll give us $500 and they get to work at the beer garden.
Cool.
And they serve beer and listen to music and interact with their friends. And
yeah, and I think I remember sometimes there were some other booths there. I know the food pantry, we took the truck out one year so people could bring stuff if they wanted or get information.
We had, last year, I think we sold out of vendors. This year, the vendors, we just opened up the vendors last week and we have we have numerous people that already want to come back and other people that have heard about it. So
it's just going to get bigger and bigger.
This we think could be, and I don't want to hype it up too much, but we think this could be one of the premier festivals in the region.
Yeah, which would be awesome because Bellevue hasn't always had a big.
That was kind of our goal in the foundation. Is we wanted to bring, we think Bellevue's special.
Yeah.
And we want to bring something special to Bellevue, and we think this is something that people can look forward to every year, and we're excited to do it. Now the 4 days, I'm getting a little bit of pushback from my board, but I'll say, hey, you know what? We'll make it work.
Try it out at least.
But that's why we also have those 25 members of the event committee too, because we cannot do it without their help.
That's awesome. I'm super excited about it. Like I said, I've attended several times, and my daughter likes to come and
How old's
Try to
your daughter?
ride. She's 5.
Oh, 5 year,
So,
five,
yeah.
5-year-old it would be a 5-year-old playground
Yes,
with the amount of rides they
she
can
loves
ride.
it. She wants to
So-
ride the rides and eat food and all sorts, get ices and
Yep,
or
and-
shaved ice.
Yeah, I last year I stood in line, which I was told afterwards I didn't have to stand in line, but I stood in line to get a corn dog.
Oh, yeah.
And the corn dog was about as big as corn dog you could ever see. So I had a corn dog. My wife had funnel cake. We had lemonade. It's just, I mean, I don't want, it's good, wholesome family fun,
Yeah,
really. I
it
mean,
is.
So
And
with
it's-
something for all ages too, because you also have the adult side, which is by the concert and the beer garden.
Right.
But then you have the kids ride and the snow cones and the ice cream and stuff like
Yeah.
that to go with it. We get people from all over the community, not just Bellevue, but all over the metro community
Yeah.
that come to this event.
And is it down at American Heroes
The
again?
American Heroes Park,
Okay.
yep.
Very
right
cool.
there by the Bellevue Bridge, just great location.
Yeah.
BGSA, with Bellevue Junior Sports Association, we do a lot of work with them. Our vice president runs that. They have a beautiful facility down there as well. And we just that's really been kind of one of our initial projects is let's get American Heroes Park
Yeah.
to be a premier park, and it really has turned out well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So-
And we'll put all of this information up. We'll get some graphics.
we have a
and-
website that we just got to.
Perfect.
Bellevue Rocks, the riverfront.com, but we'll put the graphics up for that if you
Yeah,
could.
absolutely.
But it shows you how to apply to be a vendor.
Awesome.
We'd love for you to sponsor, and it shows you all the details of where to go and
Perfect.
who to see.
So if somebody wants to get involved with volunteering or supporting the foundation, not necessarily just Bellevue Rocks, but if they just want to get more information about the foundation, how would they go about doing that?
Well, I could say they could call Lisa, but she would kill me for that. So what they
Putting
should
Lisa's
do.
personal phone
Yeah, I'm
number
not
up
going
on
to put
the
Lisa's
screen.
personnel, even though I probably should, the way she's treated me lately. But I would email us at info@bellevuecommunityfoundation.org.
Okay.
We have and somebody we don't check it every day, but within the week somebody will get back to you.
Yeah.
And especially for some of our bigger events, we run that. We run our tailgate party. We run a very unique and fun golf course where people are hitting off a toilet, chipping birdies into a pool, and stuff like that. So it's very fun. I mean, I have people that never play golf anytime, but
Yeah.
they want to play in this because it's so unique.
Yeah.
Sounds
Sounds like a rough time.
We,
rough job.
I think our motto at the Bellevue Community Foundation is we have a lot of fun, we raise a lot of money, and we support Bellevue.
Awesome. I don't think we need to say anything else about it. I think that's perfect.
I appreciate you having us on, and we
Yeah.
appreciate everything you guys do with the food bank.
Thank
We
you.
have a lot of people in Bellevue that really depend on that, so
Yes.
the work you guys do is awesome.
Thank you.
And we plan on continuing to support as long as we can.
Awesome. We love that. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Where can you watch KPAO Community Television? The channel with all of the local shows. If you live in the Omaha area, Cox Channel 22 HD is your place. If you prefer streaming, go to kpaoTVOmaha.org. And now, if you have the Apple TV box, grab our app and watch us there. KPAO on cable, streaming live, and now on Apple TV.
Well, hello there. I'm Mike DiGiacomo, the host of Spice and Recipe, The Origins of Flavor. If you love to cook or have a family recipe that you would like to share with the world, please let us know. We want to invite you to our show, and it doesn't matter where you are in America or anywhere in the world. Just email us at spice@newamericansmedia.com. You can call, text, or WhatsApp message us at 001-402-714-5380. We would love to showcase your recipe while you showcase the pride of your family and your heritage. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the February episode of Community Action Now. I'm your host, Bryn Schimmel, and our second guest today, who I'm very excited about being here, is Melanie Epps from the Omaha Conservatory of Music. I love the Omaha Conservatory of Music, so I'm excited for you to tell us all about it. You're the community engagement manager,
Great.
so tell me about kind of your background and what you do at the conservatory.
Sure. My background is in communications, so I went to UNK, graduated with an organizational communication degree, which means I can do really anything involving talking to people in any way.
Perfect.
And theater and music is also part of my background. So I have
Yeah.
worked in nonprofits for basically my entire professional career. Started at the Community Playhouse actually for about 10 years in fundraising and education.
Okay.
Took a little break, had a little tiny person and stayed home with him and did freelance choreography on the side and performing.
Cool.
And then landed at the Conservatory about 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what exactly do you do in your role for the conservatory?
Sure. So community engagement manager encompasses a couple different things. So one part of my job is managing the String Sprouts program.
Yes, which we're going to talk about.
We'll talk about that a little bit. And then the other part, more community engagement things. So getting the conservatory out in the greater Omaha area. We do a lot of one-off type projects with different community partnerships, or we work with the school districts. So a lot of things that don't necessarily happen on our campus that go out and put our faculty and contractors out in the metro is kind of falls under my umbrella. So as we say, all the strange and unique things nobody knows where to put, that usually comes to me.
Perfect. So you mentioned String Sprouts. We're going to talk about, well, what other kinds of programs do you guys run?
Aside from Sprouts.
Well, and you can talk about Sprouts too.
I'll leave Sprouts to the end because I think that
Okay.
might be more of a conversation. But really, anything you can think of music related happens at the conservatory. So the first things that people think of are private lessons, individual lessons, and that is a bulk of what we do on campus. So
And the conservatory's been around for quite a while.
It has.
Doing private lessons.
Yeah,
and
it started
such.
in 2001.
Okay.
We've been in a few different buildings. Our current building is the former synagogue that was on 69th and Cass. So we took over that
okay.
building. We're literally next door
So
to the
you're
Playhouse.
not over at like Pacific anymore.
Nope.
Okay,
No,
that's
that
the
was
building I
the little
remember.
tiny one.
Yep.
Yeah, little tiny building, and then we moved to one that was kind of housed in the west side area.
Okay.
And then we've been in the current building since 2016. So,
Okay,
and we're
awesome.
busting at the seams of that one now too, which is
That's-
exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So individual lessons.
Yep.
We have a lot of group classes for people of all ages, all abilities, people who are looking to just get into music. We have a ton of adults that take classes with us. We have that little teeny tiny 0 to 4-year-olds. So anybody who's looking for anything music related can usually find it in our walls.
And then you said you also do things off campus, the
Yes.
same types of things. So you'll go to other places and offer classes and.
We do. We work, we have some partnerships with a couple different school type locations. So we do classes once a week up at the St. Augustine Indian Reservation
okay,
at
cool.
their mission school.
Okay.
We have a partnership with Quest Forward Academy. So we provide weekly music classes in those locations. Friedel Jewish Academy joined us this year.
Okay.
And then we actually have partnerships with OPS and Westside and Brownell Talbot, who received funding from a couple different sources to have lessons during the school day. So we can actually go to the students, and that way they're not taking out, their after school time to come to us.
Or
We
having
can go
to figure
right
out
there.
transport.
Absolutely. And then those lessons are funded by a couple different sources. So students that wouldn't necessarily be able to afford them otherwise
Sure.
get to have that experience too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. What are some of the maybe new things that you guys are looking to do this year, things that you're excited about?
It's still a little new, so I want to touch on, go back to String Sprouts for a second. So Sprouts started, it was completely free program for families who had a little one between the ages of 3 and 5 years old.
Yep.
They could take group classes in one of the string instruments. Most of them are violinists. We have a good number of cello though, and they could take those group classes once a week for the entire school year. And it was at absolutely no cost to those families that qualified for the program. But last year we thought, well, this is really actually limiting some families now who might be able to pay a little bit or a little bit more. So we did introduce a sliding scale to that String Sprouts program.
Sure.
And those classes allow those kids who are now between 3 and 6 years old, we made it a little bit bigger gap, 3 to 6 year old, not in first grade yet, but they get to take those weekly classes at whatever their family is able to pay for the program.
Sure.
Instrument is included, but they're getting not only how to play that instrument, but they're also getting lots of kindergarten readiness skills.
Right. Social skills.
Social skills,
Yeah.
vocabulary, counting, memory, all of that stuff is worked
Yeah.
into that curriculum.
And they also get the chance to perform.
They do.
So,
yes.
like last summer, we had a little group out to play at our office,
Mm-hmm.
which I loved. I mean, if you've never seen like a 3 or 4 year old with a cello, it's like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
And just like an amazing program, really, as someone who grew up, doing music lessons and having to like purchase instruments, and I mean, can be a really big barrier to a lot of people who would really love to do it.
Sure.
So I I mean, I wish that it had existed when I was little, but I love it. It's a super cool program.
Yeah. Yeah, we want that. We want more people to know about it. We also have a website now where people who don't live in the Omaha area or anywhere near one of our classes can actually purchase the materials and the
cool.
learning videos and everything that we've got online. So you can actually
okay.
take that, and we have a family who just did that. They're moving to another part of the country. They're going to take an online class, but they were really looking into just purchasing that material.
So is that like a newer part of the program?
That's part,
like
yeah.
kind of the curriculum that you
Yeah.
guys have now developed?
We want to
and-
go worldwide with Sprouts. That is Ruth Mein's
Awesome.
goal, is to get it. And we do have different programs that have been started, teachers trained in different parts of the world
Cool.
now. So we're looking to expand it. We want to make it accessible to everyone.
Yeah. But if they are looking to do, they do have to purchase the curriculum? Or not
Yes.
necessarily?
Yeah,
But is it on the
there
sliding
is.
scale still?
It's not for that. The memberships that we have, very economical options
Okay,
still, so
got
they
it.
would still need to get their own instrument, but then
Got
all
it.
of the learning tools, the videos, the recordings, the workbook that we have, all of that material can be purchased, and they can do that elsewhere.
Cool.
Or they can come find us at one of our locations here
Yeah.
in town and try it that way.
That's awesome. I mean, I know I said it already, but I'm just thinking about the tiny cellos. And
Yeah. Oh, they're like this.
they
big.
are, and
so
they're
cute.
so cute.
Right.
Loved it. And you know, that performance piece is a really good skill as well. So
Yes.
that's awesome. We loved having them.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say your favorite part about your job at the conservatory is?
It's first and foremost, it's a wonderful group of people to be
Yeah.
with who all have the same goal. We want to be able to provide as much musical experience for anybody who's looking for it, however that looks for what they're looking for. We want to
Yeah.
be able to be that one-stop place for them to come to. We haven't stopped growing since the conservatory started back in 2001 to where we are now. Between the Sprouts program and our on-campus students, we're sitting at just under 2,000 students who were touched by the
Oh, wow.
conservatory in
Okay.
some way. On campus, we have right about at 1,000 at the end of last year. So
Wow.
we're serving a lot of different people.
Yeah.
We've got faculty that are constantly looking for new ways that they can bring outstanding musical experiences to their students, no matter what their age. Like I said, we've got the range of everyone. We've got
Yeah.
adults who are looking to get back into it, so it's accessible for everyone. It provides performance opportunities. It provides trying something new. We've got lots of like explorer classes where they can just try an instrument for 8 weeks before they commit to that next step. So wherever you are on that range, we have something, and we really love that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, do people approach you like if they have an idea for like a class that they'd like to offer, or are there some maybe like more obscure things that people will say, hey, I know how to do this, and like, are you guys interested in?
Sometimes,
Okay.
yes. So we have, like, for example, we have what we call a Rhythm Explorer class, one of those 8-week sessions, and our education manager has done a great job of bringing in lots of different cultural experiences as well. So African drumming,
Yeah.
I'm going to totally mess up whatever the session is right now, but I know she's focused it on another cultural area so that we can expand people's experiences, something
Cool.
they've never heard or seen before.
Yeah.
But we have some faculty members who have really great ideas and come to us and say, hey, this sounds really weird, and we're like, well, we're all ears. How
Right.
weird are we
The
talking?
weirder, the better.
The weirder the better, because
Yeah.
we're looking for unique things that people don't get in another setting.
Yeah, and really there's nowhere else like it in Omaha.
No, I don't think so. Not with the breadth of faculty that we have and the experiences that they have, the training they have, where they come from in their journeys
Yeah.
and land here in Omaha, the connections that they have to bring in guest artists. Like when we do our summer camps, we get people from all over the world to come in and teach here, and that gives our students here in town, usually our youth students, that experience to
Sure.
work with someone outside of Omaha, and it just opens so many more doors that I think we're just able to do because of the people that we bring in and work for us.
Now, where do a lot of your faculty, do they come from, like, I mean, musical backgrounds mostly?
Oh yes, all
Okay.
musical backgrounds.
Okay.
Yes, yep, faculty members at the conservatory, as far as I know, and they'll find me later if I'm wrong on this, but they need to have their master's degrees in their performance area to be able to teach.
So even like the education manager position, like,
Oh, staff's a little bit different.
Okay.
We're very varied in our musical experience. I'm a vocalist by nature. We've got instrumentalists on staff.
Okay.
We've got people who have never touched a musical instrument, but they
Okay.
use that opportunity at the conservatory now to go
Yeah.
take something.
Cool.
So we're all over the place
Okay.
staff-wise for sure.
very cool. But all of your instructors obviously are
Oh yeah,
typically, yeah.
definitely.
That's super cool. I just love it. I think it's a really cool program, and you guys do a lot of really amazing things. So if there's anyone that's interested in services, how would they find you guys?
If they're just wanting to get some ideas of what we have, the omahacm.org website is a great resource. We just updated that. It's got all of the offerings, all of the upcoming classes, summer programming, information about community engagement, how they can get involved. Sprouts has an offshoot for that as well.
Yeah.
We'll start those registrations in May for Sprouts.
Okay.
We do have sessions starting up in March for some of our Explorers classes, so the website is a great place to start. After that, our reception desk has everything you need, can get you to whoever you need to talk to. The admissions manager, if you're interested in private lessons for you or a student, we can start that inquiry process and see what would be the best fit from time of day to what you're looking for out of those lessons.
And you guys have social media as well.
Oh yes,
so,
a big social media presence.
Yes,
we have an awesome social media team who crack us up on a daily basis with all the things that they involve us in when they start posting. So lots of marketing presence, and we feel like we're kind of everywhere if you're looking for us.
Yeah, and we'll make sure and put all of those handles up so people can find you. And I know they've been showing some pictures while we've been talking, so hopefully there's some little ones with cellos on there.
Yeah. Oh yes.
If someone was interested in, like, do you guys have any volunteer opportunities or ways to support the conservatory? Then would they do the same thing to try and get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can actually call the conservatory and ask for me. I handle the volunteer opportunities. That's still an area we're trying to figure out how to work and how to involve people. But if you've got a high schooler or someone who needs to fill community service hours, or you've got daytime hours, we've got projects. We will find projects.
Yes.
That's the thing. But we have a lot of volunteers that come in and work with our summer camps and help us facilitate that when we've got so many kids in the building. So we've got lots of different ways to get involved there. If you're interested in becoming a donor, our development director will be happy to talk to you about that. If you're in the community and are looking for a project, you want a musician to come do something, you want a workshop for your staff, you want something that we can provide for you, you can also contact me.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and for giving us so much good information.
Sure.
Really good show today, really good guests, a lot of resources, and a lot of really cool stuff happening in the metro area. So we appreciate you being here.
Happy to be here.
And thank you to everybody for watching. Thanks for helping us keep people safe, fed, and housed. We'll see you next month. Bye.